So let us start new topic of pointers. Pointers are used to store and manage the addresses of dynamically allocated blocks of memory. Such blocks are used to store data objects or array of objects. Most structured and object-oriented languages provide an area of memory for dynamic allocation that is called the heap or free store. Now, what is pointer? A pointer is a variable that holds a memory address. This address is the location of another object in the memory. Pointer as an address indicate where to find an object. Not all pointers actually contain an address. For example, null pointer. Value of null pointer is 0. 0 means null value. The null pointer is basically used to denote the end of memory search or any processing event. A pointer is a variable that holds the memory address of another variable of same type. This memory address is the location of another variable where it has been stored within the memory. It supports dynamic memory allocation routines. A pointer variable and normal variable are always of same type. Contents of pointer. Pointer can have three kinds of contents in it. First one is the address of an object which can be dereferenced. Second is a null pointer. Third content is invalid content which does not point to an object. So if p is a pointer to integer, then declare it like int is a keyword. Steric indicate name of pointer variable. P is pointer variable. Note, if p does not hold a valid value, it can crash the program. That is very important point. So be careful when you are using pointers. Multiple pointers for same memory location. It is possible in some environment to have multiple pointer values with different representation that actually point to same memory location. In this case, pointer variable p1, p2, p3 and p4 are holding same memory address. So be careful about deletion using keyword or if original values go out of scope. So a pointer, however, is a variable that stores the memory address as its value. During execution of program, data is actually stored in RAM, that is main memory. RAM is a random access memory, that is combination of addresses. Normally memory is accessed by the user using name of that memory location. Why pointers should have a type? So unless you would tell what type of address pointer is pointing to, compiler would not know how to use or interpret that pointer. For example, if a pointer is pointing to double, that indicates next 8 bytes are holding the double in a particular way. If unsigned, that means 2 bytes with no sign bit. If character mean ASCII value in single byte. To perform what is known as pointer arithmetic, you need to know size of elements to which pointer is pointing. That is very important point regarding pointer arithmetic. So to be able to have compile time error checking, make your program more robust, you need to specify type of pointer. However, language gives you freedom to cast it the pointer of the most of other types, thus giving you all the freedom. What does a memory look like? These are addresses of memory. That is starting address, post that is 2030. Then these 4 bytes have these addresses, that is 2030, 2031, 32 and 33. Now we discuss about operators used in pointers. These are two very important operators. Steric, it's called dereferencing operator, and address ampersand symbol is used as address operator. Let us discuss initialization of a variable, that is int a is equal to 5. then the two operators applied on A shows that ampersand A is address of A, steric A is value of A. These are address of memory location. Variable name is name of this memory location containing a value 5, that is value of A. Value of A is stored at 2042 location. Now various uses of ampersand and steric. Both have various uses. For example, ampersand has two means in two cases. First meaning is address fetch, that is int variable 1, cout, that is address of variable 1. That is use of ampersand symbol as address fetch. And second usage is in calling functions. Steric has two means in two cases. In definition of variable, near the type means we are defining a pointer. Otherwise, as operator, get the value of pointer. For example, int a is equal to 23, int steric pointer is equal to a, cout steric pointer. Its declaration and initialization of pointer variable, its display of value of this pointer variable, that is 23. So notice to this code, that is void main int variable 1 initialized with a value of 15, that is important line. Int pointer variable 2 is initialized with ampersand variable 1, that is address of variable 1. So that is pointer variable initialized with address of variable 1. Now cout variable 1, new line variable 2, new line value stored at variable 2, that is variable 1, 15, that is variable 2 mean address of first variable, that is value stored at variable 2 or value stored at this address. Now we discuss about pointer type declaration. The general syntax is, that is data type, that is steric identifier name. For example, int steric a mean a is a pointer variable with type integer, b is a pointer variable having type float, c is a long variable, that is long pointer variable. Working with pointer, its declaration and initialization of integer type variable initialized with the value 10, that is declaration and initialization of a pointer variable with address of that variable, its storing of value at this pointer variable. This star shows declaration of pointer variable and this star shows storing of value at this variable, that is storing of value 20 instead of 10 at this address with this name or this label. Now int double steric ptr is equal to address of ptr. What is double steric? It's actually used to indicate pointer to pointer. A pointer to pointer variable simply hold memory address of another pointer variable, that is storage of value at this location. Now pointer initialization, address of operator. It is a unary operator that returns the memory address of its operand. Here the operand is a normal variable. For example, int x is equal to 10 and pointer variable is equal to address of x. Now ptr will contain address where variable x is stored in memory. pointer assignment. Int a is equal to 5 comma pointer variable, that is pointer declaration. ptr is equal to %i, that is pointer assignment. That is static ptr is equal to 9, that is also pointer assignment, means store value 9 at this address. Its indication of value, its indication of address. Pointer variable handling. Hash include iostream using namespace std int main, that is int a is equal to 5 normal variable declaration, int static b, that is pointer variable declaration. B is equal to %a, that is copy address of a in b, that is cout value of a, cout static b, mean value stored at address b. So display value stored at address b and return 0. The output of this program is, that is 5, that is also 5. That is result of this statement, cout a. Second 5 is output of this statement, that is value stored at b. Int a is equal to 5 is declaration of simple variable a initialized with value 5. Its declaration of pointer variable b, its initialization of pointer variable b with address of variable a. That is representation of these variables in memory, that is int a with value 5, and the address of this memory location is x2042. So if we refer address of a, it's mean we are referring actually this address, that is x2042. Since pointer variable b is initialized with a, so that variable is holding this value. That value is actually address of variable a. Pointer to integer and pointer to character variable declaration. For example, pointer to integer variable declaration, that is keyword int type of variable pointing to by pointer ptr, that is static reference operator, that is name of pointer as an identifier. Pointer to character, it starts with keyword char, type of variable pointed to by z, that is reference variable, static, that is name of pointer variable as an identifier. Pointer to float variable, consider the following program segment. For example, float marks is equal to 76.50, float static p, that is pointer variable declaration. Currently p is not pointing to any variable. So if following statement is added in the above program segment, that is p is equal to %marks or address of marks, the pointer p will point to marks of type float as shown below. Here p is pointing to marks. Programming example. Hash include iostream.h using namespace std, that is main function, body of main function. These three are pointer variable of different type, that is integer pointer variable iptr, character pointer variable cptr, float pointer variable fptr. At simple integer int a, that is simple float, float b, that is simple character variable, character c, that is user defined text message to read value of a, b and c, that is reading value of a from user, reading value of b from user and reading value of c from user. Now integer pointer is holding address of integer variable a, floating pointer is holding address of variable b, character pointer is holding address of pointer c. Now display these value of these pointer variable with suitable string messages, that is display of integer pointer variable, that static indicate value stored at this address. iptr is holding address of a, main display value of a here, display value of b here, that is value of float point variable, float point variable is holding address of b. that is display character pointer variable, and character pointer variable is holding a character variable C. So after compilation and execution, output is user entered value of A as 5, integer value, value of B 9.1, float value, value of C, character value, that is A, and its display of these values by using some suitable text messages. Free store or heap. It is a pool of unallocated heap memory given to the program that is used by program for dynamic memory allocation during execution of that program.